Well, here we go, people. I wasn't prepared to push play yet, but I was clearing out my cards, so here we go. This is the weekly reading for November 18th. And let's see what Spirit would like to say to us. I just woke up, made myself a cup of coffee, which I'm really excited about my newest coffee cup. It is Mr. Rogers. His sweater turns from blue to yellow. So I think that's pretty fitting, isn't it? You know, let's not be blue. Let's be happy and cheerful. So here we go. Let's see what Spirit would like to say to us today or for this week. The very first card out is the Tower. The Tower is your Justice card. It's fairness. It's higher up. It can be higher learning, news from the top. You know, it is the card that kind of speaks of law enforcement, just your higher establishment type of news or information, or you know, it can also be a period of the past. So, you know, that card has a lot of meaning depending on what's near it, but that's the energy of the Tower. And then we've got the Man, and then we've got the Heart, and then we've got the House, the Bear, the Clouds, the Dog, the Mice, and the Letter. And no, I did not stack the stack. This can be a little on the unnerving side. We do have a big significant male figure in your life. This could be family, it could be friends, it could be your partner, it could be a family member. But there is some anxiousness, and there is news that's coming through. So, or with the clouds there, it could be thoughts that are running through your mind too. Okay, so that is our first portrait. So I'm sure that this is this type of energy is probably everybody in the collective is dealing with some sort of situation concerning this. Tower moments are not always bad. Tower moments can also promote growth and forward movement. So let's see what's going on here. We have the Stars, the Tree, which that's healing, and then we've got the Scythe, which is an uprooting, and then we've got the Garden, which is like your networking, your shared space. Then we have the Moon, which is your softer energies. There's the Birds, which is a lot of chatter, and then we have the Mountain, the Fish, and the Woman. So this kind of tells me that there's going to be an event that possibly can be canceled. But there's also kind of like, you know, we're reaping a little bit. So, you know, that could go either way, you know, a cancellation or, you know, forward momentum. But we've got the Mountain there. The Mountain, that is that, you know, new chapter type of a feel to it, but it's also delays, some challenges. So the healing is taking some time here is what I kind of feel like. There is finances in the picture. So we do have some growth in that area, which is nice to see, healing in that area. The wish fulfillment card, though, in the upper left corner, that, you know, everything is working out according to plan. So then we have the Fox, the Key, the Snake, and then we've got the Clover, the Lily, my favorite. We have the Whip, we have the Child, we have the Ring, and then we have the Sun. So I feel like there is a new connection that's coming through, work related, which is nice to see, especially with the Lily there. The Lily is a work card as well. Then we've got the Snake. The Snake is a very intelligent, and you know, it's a smart card, especially coupled with the Fox. So I do see some positive activity there with either a child or a new involvement. Okay, so this is exciting to see, especially with the Sun as your conclusion card. We do have the Snake and the Whip. That can be a little, you know, that energy is a little bit tricky, but you know, boundaries. It could also be what would be another, especially with the Whip there. I just feel like it's excitement more or less in this lineup. I love to see that. And the Ring it can be your involvements, but it can also be relationships too. So I love that. This is a nice portrait. And then we've got the Stork, the Ship, the rider, the coffin, the book, the crossroads, the anchor, the flowers, and the cross. The cross is our final card here, and the final card will be in our lineup when I spread them all out too. The cross is your destiny. It would be also your things that you must do. With it coupled with the flowers there, it's a beautiful arrangement. So it could also be like, an apology of sorts, especially with our very first card coming out as a tower. But it can also be, funeral flowers, that sort of thing too. So let's get these put out now. Lay them out for us. Our very first card is the house, the upper left-hand corner, which is our close family work environment. And then we have the anchor is our far right, which is stability, safety, security, trust, those type of energies, which I love to see. Our bottom left corner is the clouds. Clouds create that, uncertainty, but it's also creative, your thoughts. And then the last would be the cross. So, I feel like there's a little bit of, we're on our destined paths. All of us are. Sometimes we have challenges along the way, bumpy roads, which is, I do see a little bit of, that type of energy in this lineup here too. But, with the sun and the cross, that would be like, the best destined, conclusion or end result. So, mind you, this is supposed to be a weekly, but we're on our right path, it looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up our cards and how they kind of help me, pop out a little bit. So the very first card that pops out is the star, the wish fulfillment, and then we've got the stork, which is forward progress and momentum, and then we've got the garden, which is your shared spaces, which is nice because we all like to get out there and enjoy ourselves. And then we've got the mountain, and then we've got the anchor. I feel like that is a little bit of, things that are on our next chapter after a period of rest. Okay, that has landed. So we are going to start moving forward in our flow here. There's new involvements, new engagements, the holidays are coming. I feel like that is, maybe what the cross and the flowers and the sun and the fish kind of represent. It has that, Thanksgiving, being grateful feel to it. Actually, that's being grateful for sure. Thankful, grateful, blessed. All of those energies are in that final portrait there, so I love to see that. The very first card, though, in our middle row is the bear. The bear is that, it's a significance, but it's also having courage. It's protection. It's growth. It's healing, especially next to the tree. And then we've got the ring and the flowers. That is, happy engagement. The flowers is like a renewal. It's also, recovery, that sort of feel, okay? Especially with our bear and our tree. So we are in the process of, recovery after a period of, maybe a little bit of stagnant energies with the mountain and the anchor there, okay? And then I see our softer energies are in the center, which is the book, the moon, and the lily. Those are, your day-to-day lifestyle is the lily in this respect, but it would be work, okay? Work, but it's also, that, the softer, energies of everything is maybe unfolding, with ease this time, not so much difficulty. There is some news that's coming forward, possibly an offer. I see there's some chatter about it. Could be some discussion, and then we've got information that's opening up regarding your coworkers, your friends, your family members, of a new chapter. that is renewal. So maybe, things are changing a little bit, maybe a little too fast with the whip there. But there is wish fulfillment. There is, your creative, clever projects, and then there's passionate communication. So that's good to see. I do see some, clearing of the air because, we've got the clouds and the sight. That's kind of like, a breakthrough of sorts, or, offering some clarity because we've got the stars there too. So there is a little bit of a bumpy road though. Maybe you just have to learn to navigate a little bit. And then the man, that would be somebody that's significant male figure in your life, obviously. And then we've got the garden, and then the clover, which I love to see the clover. The clover is those blessings. They're a little on the short-lived side, but nevertheless, they are blessings. And I do see it looks like it would be a blessing in disguise combination here, especially with the book and then the whip. But the moon is there, so the moon kind of sheds a little bit of light on it. But anything that we're dealing with, just know that it is probably for your highest and best good, and that it is a blessing in disguise. So even something that might not seem, maybe doesn't feel so good, is Spirit really protecting you? Things that are meant for you will find you, but along the way, sometimes we make choices that aren't the best for us. Just know that we're gonna navigate through those just fine. I do see a little bit of anxious energy. The book and the fish, that kind of represents, your accountings or your day-to-day. It could be a little bit of niggling or, nervousness energy about finances, and maybe an offer has come through that you're maybe, struggling with a little bit, but just know that everything is, working out. So you'll figure that out. Could be, it could be something small related to your finances, like for me personally, what recently happened is I put my card in and the machine was down. So that sort of thing could possibly happen. But put that in the context of how it might relate to you, just some, unknown reasons why something didn't work out, but it was something very small. I do see a transition here, and I do see a little bit of dodging a bullet. So remember that blessing in disguise situation? I do feel that there's a little bit of dodging a bullet going on as well. So, maybe, what the fish kind of has that feel of, flowing too, sort of movement. So it could be that, maybe there was a, roadblock somewhere that you had to take a detour. Well, that detour was a blessing in disguise, or maybe some it took you a little longer to get ready for work, and, you might have avoided an accident. So just, know that all things happen, even the delays and challenges are there for a purpose. So let's see. I do see a little bit of rumination, or, a little bit of darker energies here with the clouds and the snake. It could be addiction even. It could be, but I do feel that there's a breakthrough here with the scythe. Things, like I said before, sometimes things get worse before they get better. But then we have the arrival, and then we have, this combination with the snake and the rider, that's actually help is coming. So even though we're going through some tumultuous periods here, there is help that's on its way. And I do see a passionate project or communication that provides wish fulfillment. So whatever projects you're working on right now, keep going. There's, maybe a little bit of, more knowledge. You might need to research and look into that a little bit more. And I do see the friend or collaboration or colleague, that sort of feel to it, helping. Okay. But the new chapter is definitely looking bright because we've got that end card would be the flowers. So we like to see that. I do see some difficult, challenging news, but whatever that news is positive. It ends up being positive. You're going to be happy, happy with whatever news that is, because the sun is there with the cross, so, and the flowers, and then there's a landing. So this week looks pretty, pretty good. I can't see anything terrible in it. Just those little energies that the beginning of the week, but towards the end of the week, I feel like everything is going to be pleasant. So, well, here we go again. And the end of my my little collective reading. I hope this was helpful. But if you would like a more personal reading, please reach out. These cards have a lot more meaning to them in different contexts of whatever you might be, wanting to know about. So just know that, if we were to sit down with these same cards and, we went through them, there might be a little bit more knowledge that maybe makes more sense to you. And, spirit does not deal with time or all of that. So I try my best to keep it in our weekly, explanation. But let's say you listen to this, 2 weeks from now, this might apply. Okay. Or this might apply 2 weeks ago. So just know that. All right. Oh, you have a beautiful day, friends. And, I'm going to finish this is my second cup of coffee. Finish my coffee. Have a beautiful day.